Okay, originally I was supposed to make a joke about how this video became very late after I announced like the streaming and stuff like that, but I feel like there's no point to it, so just roll the regular intro that I usually do with the background music and everything. Just do it right now. Go, 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 go. Alright, welcome back everybody to Satisfactory. I've been a tad bit busy. I've been working on a few extra things that are needed for the space elevator. Specifically, if you remember last time on episode 5, we prepared ourselves on making the versatile framework. The last step was just connecting up some final few things, and it was technically done. And I did that off screen, and then I ran into a problem. You see, my power was all ran on two things. Oh, well, I guess it's one thing now. It was coal generation, and I only had two fully overclocked coal generators that were powering my whole grid. I couldn't work with that, so I made four more overclocked coal power generator, and they're right over there. I said they're right over there. I guess there's not really much more for me to say. It's literally, I have been cramping up. Jesus Christ, factory noises. As much as I love them, they ruin my recording, but I've made four of them crammed into this tiny space. Or I say tiny. I made this shitty ass building and I thought it would look cool. It didn't, as you could probably notice with how scuffed it looks. But it works for the time being. I made this really quickly using some Mach 2 miners and the water thingamajigs. I think with one overclock. Never mind. There's two in them. And essentially they power now a lot more. Each one of these is about, I don't know, 187. So with the amount it's all making, we are making a very large sum. So to quickly check in on the power pole, we are now producing 1125 megawatt. And that is without the biofuel generators adding a bit of extra watt on it. So to quickly explain how this graph really works, essentially the production and capacity are essentially how much we're able to hold. Production is how much we're making and capacity is how much it would be able to make. As you can see, the capacity is a bit more higher since I have a few biofuel generators connected that aren't running. I'm going to deconstruct those. And then of course for the consumption and the max consumption is essentially every generator that's connected. It'll show how much they will maximally produce if they all were working. And then for the consumption is how many machines that are working. As you can see, the graph is a bit up and down. It's because some machines stop and doesn't produce any because their capacity is filled, which works great if you have a bad system, a bad electrical system going on for the time being, or if you turn off a few machines so that they could like build up a little bit. It's pretty good to know these things since you have to understand how your power system works. But I would love to ignore this for the next maybe 2 to 3 episodes. So I'm dedicating this full episode on just upgrading our power system. And I have two things in mind. But before we go onward, I just wanted to show the versatile frameworks. Since I have put the space elevator to produce again, I have made the versatile frameworks over here. And I have a small bunch of it, about 216. Which is fine for the time being. We have the materials like loading up here, as you've probably noticed, with everything just stopping. This one is still making since it's a bit slower than the other one. The other one here just makes it really quickly. This one is not that fast. I also upgraded the steel work production. Mainly just boosted this machine with a multiplier. 1.5 is pretty good. 155 with 2 overclocks. I don't know about you, but that's more steel than what I need. So that's a win in my book. Now we just have to start the tractor to transport from point A to point B, connect them up with the space elevator, and then send them in. But before I do that, I'm waiting for some of the extra space elevator parts to, you know, just load up. And also I may or may not I haven't fixed up the conveyor belts in between. You know, just regular stuff. Alright, now that you got a quick overview of what I've done before, you know, this is started, let's actually get to the fun stuff. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna claim our 1 to 2 hard drives that we do every episode. And I did scan a new one today, and I got it. This is the one I've been waiting for a very long time. But now they combine it with the steel variant, which is also pretty good. I'm grabbing the copper rotors. I don't care. These things are amazing. I'll grab the Caterium wires though. That's a good one. I think that's all we have to scan for the time being. I'll have to find more hard drives and scan even more crap. Not to mention, we need to upgrade the space elevator to get even more recipes. So just real quickly, we are going to just do one quick replacement. I have the storage container, which I told myself before I was gonna use it. This is my moment. I will remove this, I'll remove you, like so. And then, all we have to do is just get a, I guess we can get conveyor mount 2 for this. Then we get into here. This is 6 per minute, but with the alternate copper rotors, it's 16 per minute. Only difference here is we need more screws loaded into it, but we have an overabundance of screws. We just need faster conveyor belts to actually load this shit in. And then of course copper sheets, they're loading in. I'll just put that over there. So now you're going to be working indefinitely. The only thing that's an issue now is we now have these iron rods that are just staying here. I guess I could use them to make more screws, but I'll hold off from that idea. And then here we go. This thing will fill up pretty easily, and this one's already pretty much filling up. So now it's just you, and you I'm actually going to give you an overclock. So now it's 3 per minute, which is going to help us get the final bit. Then we just gotta drag a conveyor belt from there to over here. Alright, now for our power situation. I've been thinking about this for a while. My original thought was I was gonna get a lot of coal power plants. I made that little small one just to, like, experiment with how much resources I need and how much I could, like, whiff a bit. Thing here was we can use compacted coal to actually make the coal power generators run a bit more smoother and faster, since the compact coal lasts longer. But the issue here was I actually have to find both a coal and sulfur output that I could use. Didn't make it work. Then there was also like turbo version of the compact coal. I didn't want to get into that mess, so I decided to look into different options of energy, and apparently there's two. One which I'm very familiar of because they've had it since like update, I think it was update 5. Either 5 or 4. The second method is actually a new method that was added with 1.0. It's a lot more related to the lore and also needs the summer sloops. And I don't think I have enough summer sloops. I have 2. I don't know if that's enough. So let's look into it. To access both of these two, you're gonna need to get into the MAM. The first one, that's the most easiest one, is probably already being shown on the description and the title of the video. Not the description, the thumbnail and the title, because that's the two things you see first. That would be this thing, the Geothermal Generator. And this one is actually a super good generator, which you can see on the screen right now, unless I've put a chart to like block that shit and show you long term. As you can see, it generates a lot of power. It's a bit inconsistent, since as you can see it says power production fluctuates, but with enough of these on the whole map, it becomes a good thing. So we're gonna quickly research this. It takes like 3 seconds. Boom. I'll let ADA explain this.
Geothermal generator unlocked. Geysers added to the object scanner. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives you deadly geothermal vents, run directly towards them and build generators. Use potentially lethal natural phenomena for your own benefit. It's the fix-it way.
I think I actually something by pressing print screen. I think I avoided it. I avoided any unnecessary precautions. But that's basically the whole explanation in a nutshell. When you get super big ass geysers that could possibly melt your face off with one big ass blast, use it to make power. Can't get a better explanation than that. That's a joke. You can actually get a better explanation than that. The second thing that we can actually use to get more power is this. The Alien Power Augmenter. You can only place one of this, and what this basically does is it doubles your entire power system. Only problem here is I actually have no idea how this works. No idea of the slightest. Also, I don't think I have access to computers. I don't even think if I have enough computers. Oh, what do you know? I do. Then I just need to get the other thing, which I can check my stockpile. Yeah, I don't have enough of that. I guess that will have to be for another time or off screen. So let's focus on the geothermals. Now, I know there is a location around here where there are a lot of geothermals, which is very good. My only issue here now is how expensive is it? It's actually kind of expensive. If I get 2 of these, what do I need? I need motors, modular frame, high speed connector took me ages to make, and now I need 50 of them. I should have checked the recipe. I really should have checked the recipe before doing this. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Let's check how long it would take me to get 50 high-speed connectors. All right. Let's do a little trick then, shall we? So, unbeknownst to everyone, I actually do have a Caterium deposit. I might have shown it once or twice before, but it's a pretty decent place, if I were to say. And since we have access to level Mach 2 miners, I think we could totally make a few and use it for our benefit. And I have the resources lying around too, so like this doesn't become an issue. Like here, look, we need encased steel beams. Boom. We need, what else do we need for this thing? Yeah, we have everything. I'll go set that up real quickly. Alright, now the deposit is actually filled with a lot of flies. Or 2 fly thingamajigs. I'm just gonna quickly, there we go, just take care of that. But yeah, right over here we have a Caterium ore which is pure. So even better for the Mach 2 miners. I just have to quickly sneak up and kill this one. Alright, perfect. Now we just gotta set up everything. So we got the Mach 2 miner. We'll just angle this over here. We need 2 constructors. No, we don't need 2 constructors. We need 1 constructor and 1 smelter. God damn it, I've already screwed it up. I have an idea. May not give enough. I'm replacing you for a quick wire 1. Do we now have enough for the smelter? No. Is there a copper deposit around here somewhere? I hope there is. It's way more easier if I actually go back home. So I'll do that right after grabbing this lore item. Just gonna have to smack this thing. There we go. Go ahead and grab the lore. You know, I was gonna have a lore compilation of every lore thing I get into, but I've been collecting a lot of lore items, like off screen, and a lot of communications between ADA and whatever the thing is has been, you know, continuing onward, and I never had the chance to actually capture them in recording. I guess we'll just see how the ending is of the lore, because it's the only cutscene of Satisfactory from what I remember. Alright, we're back, And we can quickly put down our smelter, which we'll just place it at an angle. I don't have to worry a lot about storing the ore or the ingot, because I think the only use for the Caterium ingots is really just the quick wire. So just real quickly, we'll have both of these two up like so. I'll set up Mark II conveyor belts. Yes, I know it looks ugly as hell, but bear with me for a second. Actually, don't bear with me. I'm not going to make this look more fancier. But I'll connect these up. So you will start mining this at the rate of 240 per minute. Here we go. It's heated up, sending out the ore. You're grabbing it, making it Caterium ingots. Now you're making it into quick wire. And then it's gonna go into here it is, this specific storage crate. Which we'll just no, actually we will use Mach 2. And here we go. That's our process. So now we just gotta wait until this thing fills up with enough quick wire for us to make the high-speed connectors. So until this thing fills up, I guess our next goal would just be finding the geysers. I did have 2 in mind, which is why I'm making 2. I think it's 2 pure ones, but our biggest issue would be drawing the line in between the 2 places. So like, how would we get the electricity? Would we make it like this? Because this is kind of a nuisance to do, but it was the only way we were able to do it. However, the game has updated, so they have added a lot of extra stuff when it comes to power transport between large areas. We could probably do it remote as well, but I'm unsure about if we're able to do it or not, so I'm just gonna say no, we can't. So the only solution I could think of to actually bridge the gap between the 2 geyser points, which, if I didn't explain to you, we are going to be drawing a line from either over here where the Caterium ore is, to where I'm assuming the geysers are over here. So we just need to get the materials for the power lines or power towers. And I'm thinking, I guess it's about the same recipe to make the power tower. And that's my alarm. Just gonna close that down and pretend it never played. The thought here is I'm gonna use a power tower platform because it's about the same recipe as the power tower, or rather it's exactly the same recipe. So we can draw this in between at a very far point. And I do see you get a ladder with this, so that's nice. I'll grab 2 stacks of you. And then what else do you need? Well, I guess I do have everything. I'm gonna first check out the area before we do it, because I feel like we're gonna need a bit of cables if we're drawing long lines. I don't think 9 cables is gonna be enough for our entire adventure. Alright, so I think we have reached the area now, which should be right around here where the geysers are. And yep, here they are. There's 2 of them. This one here is normal, and this one here is normal as well. I thought they were pure. Are there the other ones? I guess we can scan. Yeah, there's just these 2. Which is still pretty good. If you remember, the normal one did make an abundant amount of power. Right there. 100 to 300. Assuming you can't overclock them. Which I have a solution for that as well. But we're gonna have to talk about that once the time comes. For now, let's check. Yeah, I guess it would be easier to do it from the Caterium ore. If I do it from the space elevator, I'd have to draw a bit more of a longer line, and if I did it from the coal area, I'd have to draw a bit more of a, I'm assuming a bit more shorter, but still pretty long. So I'm assuming the Caterium ore one is possibly the easiest one yet. As for what path I'll take to make it work, I have no idea. I guess I'll just whiff that last part. You know, when you start exploring, you see a lot of like good places. Like right over here, this is a pretty perfect iron deposit. So if you just had a lot of things crafting with only iron, like a lot of alternate recipes, so like for example iron wires or iron something else, I think you could use these three normal things, and that will work pretty well. Excuse that little fella jumping off a cliff. Alright, back to actually go into my Caterium deposit so we can actually start dragging the line. Alright, so I got the materials now. All I now just have to do is drag a line from over here to right here. If I can put a marker, like so, and we just call it water flowing things. I'm gonna remove the thing anyway since I mean, there's no reason for me to have it. I'm also gonna overclock these. Give you a quick overclock and give you a quick overclock because I need this thing. I need all of these quick wires to be built by the time I come back again. This may not even help a lot, but it has to do something. It's gotta do it faster. The mining isn't the issue. These ones are. So I'm putting them on 100 on an extra 100% each. Now let's get over to actually making these, and I'm assuming I have to first place the towers before I connect them. How does this work? Oh, there's a connection below. Wire is too low. Okay, I'm starting to understand this a bit more. So you have the top part and the bottom part connection. Okay. No, I got it. So if I build this over here, I hook up to the lower part to connect that like so. And now you should have power. Yep, you have power running. Now, we take the top part and we hurry that along as far as we can. So, how many wires exactly? Also, I just realized I never actually highlighted the marker. Okay, once again, hook that up. So far, it seems like it's pretty much infinite. I'm spending up to 10 wires, 11 wires, 12 wires. Oh, 12 wires is the limit. That's insane. And I really hope we can actually write these wires. There's a quick jump. This is very good. I don't know why I didn't get these sooner. Oh right, because we need steel to actually make them. Stupid. And the final one should be just... Well, I guess over here will be fine. Perfect. Now that they're all built, let's actually test writing these. And we write them. Yes, we can. And we can jump in between. Oh, there's a little bit of inconsistency there, but that's fine, that's fine. At least it's writable. Best thing ever, guys. Only issue is I think you can easily fall off the things. And that's why I made the platform version. I give it my approval. 10 out of 10. We'll definitely build this in the future. Even though they're very hard to ride, there is one gadget which I'm assuming you can actually abuse that whole power line thing with. And I might actually replace some of these over here, since it's pretty much the same thing as before. Alright, so we got some of this stuff ready. We got pretty much everything almost done. Now we just have to get the... Well, we just have to get the geothermal generators. and we still have the issue of not having enough quick wires. So until that is making, I guess I can show you a little trick that I found out right after getting a certain item that I know there is one. Alright, mate. Now we see the bee wax in its natural habitat as it's hiding from all the predators, trying to lure them into its honey. The trick here is to hit them where it hurts, which is right anywhere. Anywhere. I'm not going to continue with the Australian accent. It's dumb. And that's a thing. Collect quickly, collect quick before it farts on me, and I'm off. Alright, so I got the item, and as you all know, I've talked before about the summer sloops. I think very early about making a automatic crafting station that doubles my recipe. I don't know if I did explain that or not, but I have made it right over here. It's pretty much very simple to make it. You just basically give it a full clock, and you give it the summer sloop. And then what you do is you select your recipe, and then once you do that, you can basically double any output of shit you have. And it's pretty freaking good. Especially when it comes to power shorts, since you can't actually duplicate, you can't actually increase the amount of power shards you have. Which is why you've probably seen me with this amount of power shards. I've been basically putting in the purple ones, the yellow ones, and the blue ones. All of the ones that I had. I had about like 5 purple ones and 16 of the yellow ones, and I don't remember how many of the blue ones, but now I can just put them in here, it'll construct it super quickly, and now I have a lot of power shards. And here they are. Why do I still have this conveyor? Because I forgot to remove it when I made the solid biofuel automator, but it's right there, and it's actually super great. You can even do this with other recipes, like for example the cable over here. I said I needed the 500 cables. I could just put my cable in here and it'll make it all. In fact, you know what? Let me real quickly grab like a stack or two of cables. As you can see, the cables are producing 150 per minute. I could just let this run to make all my cable. And I think I'm gonna do the same with the other summer sloop to actually get my quick wire faster. Because as you can see, I only have about 1,000 quick wire. I need 2,800. So I can do a quick split of this. I'm gonna have to go on a hunt for quick wire after this. Or not quick wire. I'm gonna have to go for a hunt for summer sloops. Alright, just to speed up this process, I'm actually gonna skip to the point where I've already made the high-speed connectors. Because I feel like this is gonna take a little while to actually get all of this stuff. Not to mention, I've somehow been recording for a full hour, just explaining all the shit I've done and all the other crap. I guess what I could do is I could activate the tractor and everything to actually start transporting the versatile frameworks. Although I do wonder why my space elevators, the space part thingy, how can I not? There, smart plating. It says 2 per minute. But if that is the case, then it should have made... Well, I guess I did the overclock. It's a 3 per minute. Shouldn't it have been done by now? Eh, it's fine. The versatile frameworks are made pretty quickly since there's 2 made every single material I have. And then the automatic wiring, I have no idea how I'm going to do that quickly. But I know the recipe is super simple, and I think I do actually have an alternate recipe for the stators that we can go through. Anyway, that's 2001. Yeah, I'll be right back after I've crafted everything. If you've come this far into the video, then you've either not paid attention to anything that is going on, or you're actually enjoying the video. If you are enjoying the video, go ahead and hit the subscribe and like button. I make more content like this, maybe not as early as other YouTubers do, but I do make it from time to time. So if you do like the content I do here, you could just subscribe. I would like to explain a bit more, but I don't know if I have enough time to say it. Let's see what's going on. The trick here is to put your mouse in a way where it will hold the crafting button, and what you do here is you take your controller and you fucking shove it up that M1 button. Cause I'm too lazy to make a code that fucking holds down a button for an extended amount of time. Who even cares about making a Python code that can hold one button for an extended amount of time when you know it's gonna break your recording? Never mind, I'm not done with my shit. I guess I can explain Minecraft. The reason why these Let's Plays are made, even though it's pretty much a dead topic on YouTube, is mainly because I want to just improve my editing powers. I would like to make some good stuff and see if I can even make it. So excuse me if the qualities are shit or not good. I'm mostly just using this to improve myself. You might not see me in a year or so, yeah, there's that. Few people who have stuck around, which I'm assuming it's at least 3 people that have stuck around. Thank you for watching and checking it around. There's not really much more I could say. I'm kind of fond of content creating and I would like to improve a bit more. I am looking into actually improving my PNG tuber, or at least make a PNG tuber, so I don't just use the default old Pioneer model from Satisfactory. At least make a new model or remix a model and use it as my own icon. That's all I have to really say. Thank you for watching this far. Let's see what goes on. Let's see if I actually get those geothermal generators done. I mean, you could see the timeline, but it's still cool to see how it's gonna go. Alright, so my friends, my pals, everyone, you've all been waiting for this one moment, which has for some reason taken me the full ass episode. I don't know why I didn't prepare this sooner. I thought it was not going to be that hard of a recipe, especially when the research recipe was pretty hard, but I should have been expecting this. Oh well, who cares? Let's see how the geothermal generator works. So, we finally have the recipe to make 2 of these, so we'll make them right now. So here they are. They're connected like this, and well, pressure goes up and down. It changes the value. That's literally all what this does. And I'm assuming this goes up and down. Maybe it doesn't? No, it does go up and down. I did all of this for this thing. I mean, I guess it's still power. The sounds are cool though, I'm gonna be honest. Let's connect you into my power supply and see how it all looks with this. Oh, yep, there it is. Capacity in production is changing up and down. That can't be good all the time. I mean, I guess it's still an increase. It's at least 100 megawatt of power. It's not the best power. It's functional. Maybe only the later generators will be better, because it's like the base is 200 for a pure generator, so you get an average of 400. I guess I shouldn't really complain. It's really just, I don't know. It's whatever. But if you put a lot of these around, we are gonna basically get an up. Well, holy shit. We are gonna get a positive amount of power going on, and I think there's about like 50 of those generators up. Ah, holy shit! This goes up slower than I thought. All right, perfect. Now let's move on over to the next thing. Alright, so now that we've actually increased our power output, I thought myself, let's actually start off this machine again. You know, just make us a bit of versatile frameworks and put them into here. So that we can actually start collecting the versatile frameworks. I will prepare all of the versatile frameworks and the smart plates until next episode. And we'll dabble into automated wiring as well, since we have to get into that. So if you don't know which one automated wiring is, it's the final piece we need, and all we need is cable and stators, which is again Super simple recipe. We could build it over here and transport it into our into the same transporting system. We just have to in some way separate the resources or make it so that our steel production is even better than what it is right now. For now, it's functional enough. It actually does give us the amount of resources we need, and I would say it's not really big of an issue on that front end. So let's actually start off the tractor's journey. We just have to jump into it, and we have to... I think we have to enable autopilot. Let it go. And it's going backwards. Why are you going... No. Stop. Hang on. And go. Now you're doing it correctly. Alright, perfect. Until that thing returns, let's actually do this. All we have to do is just draw this line. Ooh, do we have to... I don't think we have to think of consistency or how it looks. I think we could just... there. And then we just have to fix up a conveyor merger right around here. Mach 2 again, and there we go. I guess I'll change these to Mach 2 as well. I mean, I have the resources, so I don't know why I wouldn't do it. But perfect. Let's wait until the first shipment of Versatile Framework comes in. It should be soon enough. I hope. Just hope it hasn't. Well, I mean, it looks like it's getting into its first station. Yep, here it is. Gets into its first station. The docking station will load into the tractor. It will turn around. And it should be coming back now. Yeah, see, it's turning around now. I'm gonna wait until the thing comes back. And then we can see how the versatile framework goes in. Alright, as you can see, the tractor has closed in onto our location. And we should be able to see it, yep, right there. Sometimes I feel like my shit is delayed because I announce it a bit more later, but this is literally how I do it. I'm telling this to myself, not to you guys, but I'm still gonna keep it in probably. Because it's content. Alright, let's see. So it gets in there, and there's our versatile frameworks. All 250, goddamn. Maybe I need to upgrade the space, the smart plating to go even faster. An additional 2 overclock should make this into 5. So that'll have to do its work. But there's all our versatile frameworks. It should merge in and go exactly the same path. And then after that, I guess I could turn off my tractor for a little while until the next load. Because again, this tractor will be running forever and I don't have infinite fuel. Or well, rather, I don't have infinite fuel yet. And would you look at that? One smart plating in between 1,000 versatile frameworks. You know, I really thought the versatile frameworks would take longer to make, but I guess it's because I was patient enough to wait for all my materials to stockpile for a whole 2 episodes. Not that that really matters, because again, I don't think it should really. And I really hope we don't need any more space elevator parts after this. Yeah, but I guess that's all I have to really say for this episode. There's not really much more to say. We've done our crap that we have to do. We've done the Geothermal Generator. We have made our versatile frameworks. And, of course, I've also shown the entire process, plus some extra stuff. What else could we add on to this? I guess this is the tutorial on how crazy the Geothermal Generator works. Not that it ever needed a tutorial. It's literally just a structure that produces energy inconsistently. A min and a max. That's what it fucking has. yeah, I guess that's it.